So, here we are on Kahshe Lake. After my bushwhack adventure last weekend, I had a little brainwave. It's like, I know somebody on Kahshe Lake that has a cottage that would probably let me launch my boat there. And I'd rather do a long paddle than a lot of bushwhacking and some paddling. So I decided, yeah, let's do that, and I'm just working my way in there. It's not that bad of a paddle, actually. I think I've only been on the water for 15 minutes or so far, and I'm pretty sure I'm like halfway there. I'm trying to figure out if that's Mount Mary. Oh yeah, Mount Mary. Okay, I haven't jumped off that since I was a kid. I couldn't even remember where on the lake it was. I was gonna say I've never been on this part of the lake, but apparently I have. It's not in like 15 years. Yeah. Never usually come down to this part of the lake, but I never really come to this lake anymore because it's not even a lake, it's a subdivision. Beauty was gone like 100 cottages ago. Maybe 200 cottages. I don't know how many cottages are on this friggin' lake. But yeah, there's still parts of it where there's no cottages, at least. That's something. I'll take a lake with no cottages any day of the week. So, found the stream that's leading into the ponds. Hopefully, it's as straightforward to paddle as it looks like on Google Maps. So far, it looks not bad. I'm sure it's a shore in the summer once the lily pads come onto her. First leftover. Sweet. Oh, beavers. I love you, but I hate you. Probably wouldn't be paddling this next part if it wasn't for this beaver. Oh, I feel like the next leftover is not far away. Oh, nice rock, handy dandy rock. Ugh. Rock makes it easier. For those of you watching, I do not hate my boats. I just use them like they're tools. That's what they are. They get some scratches, it's all right. Oh, Justin's. Ooh. And by the way, as soon as I started the stream, you're into the Kahshe Barrens. So, found the Roger Road. Looks like there's a little tunnel underneath it. That'd be glorious if I could go through that, but it looks like it's stuffed with something. I'm gonna have to carry over the road. Yep, there's a grate on it too. That's great. I might have fun getting the boat out. I can already see that. I don't want to get wet feet. Oh, I'm just thinking I haven't put bug spray on my legs or tucked my pants for ticks yet. I got one more beaver dam left. Ugh. At the last beaver dam. I don't know if you remember from the last video, but I hiked across this one. That's a big beaver. Justin! What's up, homie? Nope. He ain't having it. Beelining right for the boat. He's mad. What's he gonna do? Waiting for a big splash. He's just piecing. Alright. Mud looks promising. Let's try that out. Are you soft? No, you're good. Alright. Oh, little soft. Soaker soft. Yeah, much nicer to be paddling the lake than hiking around it. Beauty morning. Oh, another Justin. I wonder if they just use different last names to differentiate themselves. Oh, he did a splash for me. Would have been cool if the other one did. He's got super close. Cool bird. Sounds raspy. He smoked all of its life. This adventure is brought to you by junk food. More specifically, Cliff Bars. First time trying this chocolate mint one. Not bad. Tastes like a Girl Guide cookie. Big fan of Girl Guide cookies. I'd highly recommend them if you like Girl Guide cookies. Time to mosey on to the next ponds. See what they have. Didn't catch anything on this one. But definitely lots of bait fish on it. Seen minnows popping all over the place this morning. So I think there's bass in it, but won't know for sure until you catch one. But bass isn't open yet, so more so after catfish. But I haven't fished for catfish since I was a kid, so I'm starting to think I might have to go worm hunting. Start flipping over rocks and that stuff. See if I find some worms. I probably won't do that till I get on to the next ponds. I want to see what they look like from the water side of things, not the hiking side of things. Working my way up to the other pond to do a couple beaver dam hops, apparently. I don't remember these when I hiked it, but no big deal. Push up here as far as I can, save some walking. I guess here it is. Get close enough, stupid stick. Now when I've never done a portage before, I usually like to do the gear first. Because it's easier to see around where you're going when you have barrels on versus holding a canoe over your head. Now for the canoe. For those of you that have never portaged a solo canoe, they suck because they got no yoke. So I have removable yoke I use for this boat and my whitewater boat, but I figured it wasn't worth bringing it for just a couple portages, possibly just one portage if I go out. The way I came, got a little piece of foam on the edge of the seat. It carries not too bad, this boat, with just that. The whitewater boat, on the other hand, is a chore without the yoke. Weighs more than this boat. Built to be a little bit more heavy duty. That's probably the worst part of the portage done. Oh, would have been easier with the old Swift. That boat is much too fragile for me. Whew. Actually, I prefer this one anyways. In big lakes, the paddle's nicer. Hey, Justin. He's pretty brave. Came to check me out. Come here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Human? What is that? Humans don't come in here. Curiosity's got the best of me. Couldn't really scout this way when I was hiking it, but on the maps it looks like there's a passage through. Oh, there's another turtle. I wonder if I can get close before I spook him off. 2 turtles. Oh, turtle's one. And the other one's a little bit more brave. Just painters. There he goes. Yeah, I should have looked at the maps before I even attempted this to figure out which way I gotta go. Boom. I have to see this pond. Give me the pond. It's like riding a snowboard through a swamp. There we go. A little bit better. So I've scouted all 3 exit points out of the 3rd pond in at this point, and they all look like this. Do you see an exit? Because I don't. This is the hard part when I did it before, is I couldn't scout this section to see how it connects into the little ponds and that below. And yeah, portaging isn't even really an option because you got to go through 50 feet of floating bog to get to shore, which is going to be super fun carrying a canoe. But the cool thing about this pond is I've yet to see bottom, so it's deep. I'm going to say like 10 feet minimum, or else I'd see some kind of bottom. I might throw a sinker on, go out to the middle, throw a sinker on, and then try and figure out how deep this is. So I just spent about 20 minutes, half an hour rolling rocks, every rock I could find. Didn't find a single worm, but it wasn't all for naught. Found a dead snake. Poor guy. Got bored of fishing, so out exploring. Seen some spots on the map. They look kind of interesting. Oh. I don't know if I can get up there or not. I don't know, Davey. That's a stupid idea. Yep, very stupid idea. Find an easier way. Get up there. Well, that was easier. Far less dangerous. You get on these rock tops, it makes for pretty easy travel, but when you're trying to head east-west back here, it freaking sucks. Might as well have a look at this little pond. It looks so little. Doesn't look very deep though. Cool bean. So I reached an impasse. Just like a kilometer-long stretch of swamp down there that I can't cross without getting wet feet, and I don't think that's worth it at this point in the day. It's probably not that cool anyways, is what I'm telling myself. But did find a little piece of a vertebrae. That's kind of cool. There's another chunk of bone right there. over there. That's something. Yeah. I'm willing to almost die climbing a rock, but don't want to get my feet wet. Anyways, turn her around. Get out of here before she gets dark. Can't remember who said it, but I feel like it was my buddy Luke, that they could teach a course on walking through the bush on uneven ground to people from Toronto. Because it seems to be so hard for anybody who's spent most of their life walking on pavement. Totally understandable. Walking across stuff like that's even worse. Kind of a pretty spot. Big opening. I don't know what it is about places like this, but even though it's not that pretty, it's kind of peaceful and pretty. I think they say it dates back to when we were monkeys, something in Africa. Something about it's more calming when we can see far distances, because we can see predators coming from ways away. And climb up the trees or whatever we got to do to protect ourselves. But it's like the same feeling you get from lakes or big fields or something like that. It's just a calming feeling. Personally, I feel pretty calm just bushwhacking through the bush and not being able to see 20 feet in front of me, but I know most people aren't like that. Actually, I love walking portage trails or hiking trails. It's all good stuff.